As always, thank you, Mas Bagas and Cisco Networking Academy for the opportunity that given to me to present in the internationally about cybersecurity, which is what I'm passionate about and what is my job right now. So in this session, we will talk about the Active Directory again. It's more about the exploitation. So we will focus on certain scenario how we can enumerate Active Directory and then we gain the initial foothold in the Active Directory, and then we do also the post exploitation thing in Active Directory. So before we go further into the material, let me introduce myself again. Maybe some of you have already attended my session before. For you, my name is Ismail Abdurrahman Hakim. I came from Cisco Networking Academy Indonesia. We did a lot of things in Indonesia. Even we collaborate with our ministry to deliver Cisco Networking Academy material into the students. I'm also a founder and CEO as my daily job. I also do technically as penetration tester, the leader one. And you can always check my LinkedIn profile. So if we can collaborate something together, let's collaborate it. I'm passionate about protecting the cybersecurity landscape from the point of view of penetration tester or offensive security. So we will talk about Active Directory. Maybe you have already seen this slide before. This is a generic slide to introduce about Active Directory. The Active Directory is a directory service developed by Microsoft that allows administrator to manage and organize the resource on a network centrally. So this can be quite a lot of helpful to the administrator. Even the Active Directory is being used right now by top 500 Fortunes companies. So this is a big thing, and a lot of company or organization have certain vulnerability in Active Directory that might be able to enable threat actor to compromise the network. So in the penetration testing, we in the network penetration testing specifically, we will test about the Active Directory. So hopefully this kind of presentation can protect your organization or your daily job as a security auditor. Okay, so there's a lot of component. There are a lot of components in Active Directory, including the domain itself, and then the organizational units, the users, the computers, and then the groups that collect users and computer to be assigned in certain permissions. And also, every group have the group policies, can be assigned to group policies. So this is a set of rules that can be applied to users on or computers that join as group members to control their behavior. What can they do? What cannot they do in their usage in the Active Directory? So why a lot of organizations use Active Directory right now, because it helps us to manage to centralize all the tiny thing, the detailed thing to be centralized and can be managed by the administrator. And this is also can improve security because the centralized authentication and authorization by using a mechanism, an authentication and authorization mechanism called Kerberos. And then this is also very, very scalable to even if your company in a multinational company, Active Directory can be used to facilitate the directory services on different regions. And finally, reduce cost because it helps reduce complexity and can be automate many things, administrative things that can be automated inside the Active Directory. So every component in the Active Directory have the core component. It's called the Active Directory domain services. So this provide user authentication, domain management, group policy, and then replication. So this is the exploitation lab that I tried to develop it, but I don't know. And in the end, the lab that I tried to develop, it cannot be run. So I'm very sorry that today we will use the lab from the internet. This is quite a good lab. You can find it later on. So what we will do today is we will try to simulate the full penetration testing methodology in the Active Directory from the enumeration and reconnaissance, and then the exploitation, and then gaining the initial foothold. And then we do lateral movement. If we can, we do lateral movement using the point number 4 using Bloodhound. It's quite good tool to illustrate, to draw a graph about the Active Directory you are targeting right now. And the last one, we do the post exploitation and impact. This is diseasing exploitation. It's quite dangerous exploitation that you can replicate the whole domain controller. And you gain the full foothold on the domain. This is dangerous, and I hope we have agreement here. I show you how to do it, but please use the knowledge to help people on the outside to spread the positivity. Don't try to use this on the very disadvantaged way to other people. Okay, so first of all, let me spawn the lab. Yeah, so this lab will use some kind of lab in internet. You will know. You maybe know about this lab. At first, we want to do reconnaissance. Reconnaissance is the part of discovery of our target. We will use LDAP query to do the reconnaissance in Active Directory. Hopefully, we will get a lot of data, including the user that we have in the Active Directory. So let us try about that. Okay, so I have the lab right now. Okay, let me exit this lab. So first of all, we maybe want to port scan. We have one IP address. This is a private IP address using the VPN, and I try to ping it using ICMP to know that the target is up right now. Yes, it is up right now, and this is a quite good delay we have here to launch our attack. So maybe we want to do an Nmap. Yeah, Nmap can be run without the sudo. This is if you run it with sudo, the Nmap will do the stealth scan. DSS, the stealth scan. Without sudo, you will run the connect scan. It is connect scan. It's quite intrusive and quite long to gain the data about the target. So we know we have the full nmap of that target. So this is the port 88, port 135, 139, 389, and so on. So if our target is domain controller, the port 88 will open because this port will service the Kerberos authentication in Active Directory. So this is the authentication. We'll use the port 88, and there will be a lot of ports will open, such as Windows RPC, and this is the 139 and 445 is our SMB server message block, and then 389 is the LDAP and so on. If we run the nmap without specifying, we want to port scan the whole port. It's only scan the top ports, 10,000 maybe or 1,000 port. So if we specify just p dash, it means that we want to scan the whole port. We can do it after we gain the initial data, because we want quick data to hands on later on, because if we use dash p dash, it will be quite long search. Okay, so I will come back to the nmap later on. We have the data right now that open. So this is the Active Directory. We can try to enumerate from the RPC. We can try to enumerate from LDAP. So because the topic we bring on right now, because the scenario we design, we will try to exploit it from the LDAP query. So LDAP itself is lightweight directory access protocol. It's a protocol of that application to use to speak with the Active Directory. The LDAP query can query the user information to even to read, modify, or update it. And then during the user authentication, LDAP can bind into the Active Directory service database, such as the Active Directory. Okay, this is quite a simple introduction about LDAP. So the tool that we want to use is LDAP search. So let me check what LDAP search, and then dash h host that we are targeting right now. So specify the whole LDAP, including the port protocol, and then this is we can try to explain it later. So this quite good output we have here. We know that our query can be sent to the LDAP because we have the here we have the header, maybe the metadata, I don't know, but the server response to it. So we want to specify a little bit more about the domain, the distinguished name of the LDAP. We can right now we don't know. We only know the IP address of that target, and yep, this we know that this is one. The domain is stb.local. Yeah, so we use the lab from SDB Forest, and then we know that there are a lot of ports that open that didn't include it in our first scan. This is the complete scan of our target. So this is quite good target later on. Port 5989 is the WinRM, Windows Remote Management. It's some kind like SSH in Linux, but this is our target in Windows. So this can be quite useful if we have the credential to be logged on later on. So okay, we know that the domain is one. So we will construct our query. Hopefully I don't miss right here. This HTTP PC local. Yeah, it's right. Okay, so this one the query that we use, it will return a lot of things, and maybe we want to save it in a file. So this is LDAP query.output maybe. So we save it in a file called LDAP query.output, and we can try to explain what we use using the manual. So the B means the distinguished name. So we try to query the stp.local here, domain stp.local. It converted into LDAP query format using this syntax, and the X means it's using simple authentication only. Okay, so from the file generated by the output of the LDAP, we can use some kind of like less, so we can try to what is this? We can try to know what kind of output is this. So maybe we also want to LDAP again, sorry, and we want to use distinguished name. Create distinguished. Maybe I want to use dash E, so it will be the case insensitive to search the whole document here inside the LDAP query output. Yeah, this one. So a lot of thing happens here. Maybe we want to look for user. Okay. It still get a lot of thing happening here. So we want to eliminate the things that we don't need. So we will focus on the looking for user inside the LDAP query using again this search, but we want to output it in the terminal. We will try to get member of this one. So this one cn guest will in STB local, and this one there is user here, users STB local. So we can also from LDAP search using help, we can also search the class, the class. Yeah, maybe I don't see it very well, but I use it very often. So class, sorry, object class person. So this one, and this only use the object class person. This one we try to query all user that have all the organizational unit that have the object class person. So this one is this one can be an account to be logged on. So we also try to filter from this same account name. So running the same query again, and we try to grab this. This one. So this is quite good. Output we have here. We can output to user list.txt. We want to edit that user. We cut all the generated users such as this. We cut this. Oh, okay. This one, and okay. We can also try to delete the. Maybe I will show you a little bit about the process. So this one, same account, and then we use the rejects the regular expression until this, and we try. Okay, looks like I did the wrong thing here. Okay. So another error. Okay, so maybe we try it another thing. User list.txt. So get user list.txt and cut delimiter. We use delimiter of space, and then we use field number 2. Nah, okay. We should use real.txt. User list real.txt. Okay, this one quite good output here. So and then after we know that we found out of a lot of users here, we can try to launch such as the brute force attack, because we know the username using the LDAP. We know all the username in the domain. I've already done this before, but we actually missed one account. I've tried to gain our initial foothold from this account, but it doesn't break. So we need another account. That account is the service account. We know that get from this output get create service account from LDAP query output. Okay. Grab. Maybe we want to specify also PSD. This one we want to try to, or we use this one. Nope. Okay. So cn service cn service. Next. Okay. Okay, so if I've already done this before, so maybe we skip it. I will try. Maybe not very in very straightforward manners. Grab SVC on LDAP query. This one, yeah, this one. So we should include this in the user list, real, and yeah, this one. This is a service account that we can use, and after that, we can try to use. We will try to use as rep roasting here. Yeah, we have already talked about this in my session before. This vulnerability happens when the service an account doesn't require the pre-authentication method in the Kerberos authentication. So the attacker can manipulate their request. They can say that we are the authenticated user, so we want the that authentication ticket, the hash of our ISREP. So let's use it to the impact. This is a very nice tool to do the Active Directory things. we will use this one, get np user, to launch to launch icetrap roasting. We should define the name and then the BCIP, and then also we should define the user list, this file that contains our list of user. Okay, this one. And one maybe I explain one more. This can be happen because we know that we can get the icetrap hash from the user svc alfresco at http.local, and the other user we cannot get it because the pre-out set is not enabled, so it is disabled. We can only attack the account using icetrap roast if the account is misconfigured by disabling the pre-out authentication. Okay, and then we copy that our finding in a file, and then we launch the hashcat to crack that hash generated by the icetrap roasting. We can use help and grab icetrap to know what code we use. And this one 18200, so hashcat 18200, and then the hash file hash.txt, yeah, hash, okay, hash, yeah, the hash file, and then we specify the word list rogu.txt, and try wait a little bit to for the hashcat to crack this. So we try to use dictionary attack. If we have this kind of hash, we cannot do it anything except we crack the password generated by this password that generate this hash. So we can use like sometimes like offline brute forcer or using dictionary attacks. Using one of the tool that we can use is hashcat, or we can use another tool like John the Ripper to crack this kind of hash. So, and then we know that we successfully cracked that hash. The password of that user is S3RVISVCE. So after we know that we have the username password combination here, fame user list real.txt, and then yeah, it's quite good finding. We can use this one. We know we have the credential, and we can, after we get our first credential, we can try a lot. The most challenging thing in Active Directory is the before we don't get anything. If we don't get our first account, it will be quite hard, and our methodology is very limited. But if we already have our first user in Active Directory, we can do a lot of things. The possibility is more robust, more extensive than before. We can try maybe trying Kerberos attack using the impact cat again. Maybe I change the impact cat here. Impact cat user get user SPN, this one, to launch the Kerberos attack. So to launch this kind of attack, we must have one available user here. SVC alfresco, and the password is service. Okay, so maybe I did a little bit wrong here. Request user. Okay, so maybe we skip this. You can try it on your in your trial. So this is this kind of thing, this kind of attack. We must provide the username password to do a lot of things. So this the matter of syntax only. But and I know that our goal is not in the Kerberos, so we skip that a little bit. And after that, we using FLWinRARM, this one, because we know that there is the we can try to gain the initial foothold using WinRM. Using this WinRM, we can provide the username password we find. And the password of service. So, we're already inside that target. Yeah, right. Okay, right. So after we gain our initial foothold, the next step we will try to use the Bloodhound in Active Directory. Bloodhound is very amazing tool to expand our reach in Active Directory. To do the Bloodhound, we can try to download. We need two kind of thing: the server and the server and the information discover. So we will spawn the server using sudo neo4j start. Bloodhound it is already running, and we can spawn the Bloodhound using Bloodhound command, and the window will pop up. So it is my trial before, so I will clear the database. So we will start it from the scratch again. And then to run the Bloodhound, we must use the Sharphound. The Sharphound will be executed in our target and gather all the information we need about this domain. The Sharphound will collect all the information about the domain itself. if you use this kind of shutdown in your Windows environment, it will be blocked by the antivirus, by the Windows Defender, or many else will block it. But in our target, the antivirus is turned off, so we can use the shutdown. In the real engagement, maybe you want to use another thing than shutdown. You can use the query to get the information about the domain using manual, or maybe you can try to design the shutdown to bypass the detection, the antivirus. We can bypass it, but it will be quite hard. But in our session right now, we will use the shutdown that already quite old and already can be detected, but the antivirus is currently off. This is quite good for newcomer in cybersecurity. So turn off all the control, or all the firewall and the antivirus. We try to hack it because we want to try to gain something in our learning path. So you can download it. It may you can look at a lot of newer version in Shophound, but I find myself very compatible with the version 1.1.1. So if you fail to run the newer version, please use the older version. This version 1.1.1 for me is the most stable. And then after we gain this is inside the Windows, we can upload, and then we upload the Shophound. Okay, test and shophound.exe. Okay, upload it inside the. Okay. Let's wait a little bit to them to finish the uploading. I think we mistakenly upload that because it will upload the whole folder, not only the Shophound. Yeah, right. And this one we can try to execute it. Shophound, and collection method we choose all. And another wait. But after this wait, you can see a really nice graph later on using Bloodhound. Okay. Even you can actually run the Bloodhound remotely. If the Elder query is open, we can run the Bloodhound remotely. We don't have to gain our access inside the server, so it will be quite more silent than we in red teaming test the defender control. So maybe it is good as to be as silent as possible. And this one, that command will generate this zip file. We can download it. WinRM is FLWinRM is very good tool to this kind of thing, to exchanging file between servers and our target. So okay, this zip, or okay, this zip. After we get this zip, we run this and we move it to the second, and then we drop it into the Bloodhound. Clear. And okay, clear. Okay, really. This in the Bloodhound we have three most used tabs. We can try to go to analysis first. The analysis first. We can try to shortest path to domain admin. Yeah, this one. So the Bloodhound can suggest you how to exploit the whole directory, the whole Active Directory. You can set it to always display, so it may help us. And okay, this one. Look, the tiny thing, the jump thing inside this icon. It means it is a valuable target. We can also set, if we think this user at stb.local is a valuable target, we can mark this container as high value. It will create the jump thing here, and we can also know that we have already gained access from this user SVC Alfresco, so we can mark this as own. We own this. So from the analysis, we can choose shortest path from owned principles. This one. So this one, if we SVC Alfresco, member of the service account, member of privilege account, STB local, can remote to forage stb.local, which is our computer right now, and can is a member of account operators, and have the generic all. This is dangerous permission. It means you can do anything in exchange stb.local. Okay, so if we have the SVC Alfresco, automatically we already own this computer, and we can own this also own this computer. Okay, so we can click this exchange stb.local, reachable high value target, and this okay, this this computer member of Exchange subsystem in STB local, and then Exchange Windows permission in STB local, and have the right DACL to the domain itself. The right DACL can be exploited by the DCSync attack that we can launch it after this. Maybe we want to gain a little bit more by maybe this one. Who own this direct members? Direct members Exchange, this one, and it also have the direct member. Okay, so shortest path again from own principal from this. Okay, maybe we don't want this. Shortest path to domain admin and service account, forest, domain admin. Shortest path from own principal again. Looks like our path to exploit is here using these account operators and then Exchange STB, and then this has the first degree membership in the Exchange server, and then okay, so okay. Okay, let's try again. Test session 1. This one. Okay, so we try to a bit count operators. Account operators has the Exchange Windows permission. This is interesting group here we have. Okay, this member of service account, privilege ID account, and account operator. So basically, we can use the SVC Alfresco to gain our domain. This one, because the SVC Alfresco is member of service account, and service account is member of privilege ID account, and the privilege ID account is the member of account operator, and it has also relation in the Exchange account, so we can take over the domain using the DCSync attack. So because we have that kind of permission, we can try to add a user here. We can try to add a new user, and we can we will try to add a new user and inside the Exchange Windows permission. This direct member of, and this has a high reachable one. Exchange Windows permission can write the ACL to STB local. So we try to create a user using our current privilege to create a user, assign it as the group of Exchange Windows permission, and add it to the domain, add it to the Exchange permission, so we can manipulate the domain using the DCSync. So net user roach add domain. I forgot to specify the password. So net user roach password domain, net user domain. We know that the roach is was created, and we assign, because we have the right permission inside one of our group in SVC Alfresco. We can try to Exchange Windows permission. Exchange Windows permission at root. Yeah, this has the root has successfully assigned as a member of the Exchange Windows permission, and we also create permission to remote management using local group. Okay, and finally we try to use user root, and password is password. Sorry. And login as a root, the new user that we assign a high privilege in this domain. The cool thing about the Bloodhound is we can right click in the right DACL. Basically, we have an account as a group in Exchange Windows permission right now called root, and this right DACL we can right click in and help. We can look for how to abuse it. Okay, so we will try to use the this one to abuse the deceasing attack. And okay, so I will copy paste it. Then maybe we want to import an object here. Yeah, right. So we need to import Power BI. For team 8. Oh, sorry. And then we run this again. We need to import a module from PowerView. So this is remote import using IEX for invocation expression in Windows. So and we can try to attack using this deceasing command again. Okay, so still maybe command not found. Oh, okay, I forgot to use. Uh, I forgot to use util to download. Okay, I just need to that output file. So util power view PS1 or power view PS1, and then PowerShell plus menu again. Bypass AMSI, and then we will try to run the HTTP root the whole script to. Okay, so having quite a problem here. Okay. Maybe we try. Maybe we try another thing using the downloaded PowerView and import module in PowerShell. Import module. Okay, this one not expected. Maybe we try or maybe we can try to this one. Okay, this from the import module. I fault before. Okay, and then still not found. So I'm sorry for the inconvenience. The okay. Mm, add domain object ACL in the power. It is power exploit, not power view. It is power exploit. Okay. I imported the wrong module here. Add domain object ACL. Mm, okay, this one. So power split master. Let me check my notes a little bit. It is power view. Maybe another version of power view. Maybe another new. I hope this will be completed. So this exploitation, the last exploitation for us, and I hope it will be completed. And then yeah, we are the problem is that we are exporting different of power view. So the right power view is from this PowerShell Mafia in the power exploit, the archive one. So the power view before, I think I took that from another user from the GitHub fork. So right now we are successfully running this. The problem occurred because the power view itself, I imported the wrong power view, and then after this, we have the DCSync privilege right now. Approach domain. Okay, and then we can try to use the in packet to log in using the SMB share. We can use also this to in packet PS exec and SPB root. I'm sorry, we should secret them first. We can use the minikets or we can use the secret them dump using this STB root add, and the password is password. This one we dump all the we dump all the hash. This is the NTLM hash. So if we have the administrator here, right here, this is this hash. We can log in as administrator. So quite long journey, and we managed to get the administrator account in this domain. So STB administrator at 10.10.10.161, and yeah, right there. And okay, we login as the. Okay, I input the wrong comment, so I'm sorry. Who am I? And we are the anti-authority system. We have found this domain, so we are logging as the administrator. So why that could be happen? This is because the DCSync attack. Because we replicate that account, that root account that we created, and we assign ourselves using the using the DCSync exploitation, he can replicate the whole domain controller. And if we can replicate the whole domain controller, we also get the right permission to get any user, to get the information of any user in the domain. So we simply we take over the whole domain using this kind of attack DCSync permission, because we assign it ourselves in the roles, and we also can get the NTLM hash of the administrator using the secret dump, and we use that hash to log in as the administrator. If we log in using the impacted PS exit, this is a nice way to get the anti-authority system. The PS exit exploit the SMB share. So we create a file inside the admin share, and then we execute that shell. So we upload and execute, but we must have the right permission to do this. We must be the administrator of that server or that domain, so we can get the anti-authority system. This is basically the anti-system, the highest privilege in the Windows. So we successfully managed to do this thing, from the enumerating LDAP, and then doing the IceRep roasting, and then doing the WinRM to gain the initial foothold. And then we try to use the Bloodhound to craft, to architect our attack in Active Directory, and finally we do the DCSync attack to post exploitation and get all domain under our control. We exploited so many things here. From this shouldn't be public. The LDAP query shouldn't be public. So anonymous user cannot use the LDAP service to enumerate all user, and the pre-authentication should be on. So the IceRep roasting, if the IceRep roasting, the IceRep roasting is secure, the whole chain of attack cannot be done. And in our sense of multi-layered security, we should also matter the DCSync. This is because the SVC Alfresco has a quite big privilege in the domain, so he can create a user and assign a huge privilege inside the domain, so he can replicate the whole domain and gaining the full access of the domain. So that's all what we did. I'm sorry for the delay, and if you interested more in about in cybersecurity or in the penetration testing in my area, I love doing that kind of thing, penetration testing, because I'm passionate in the penetration testing, and it is I think that will be my whole life until growing old. And if you want to ask me a question or connect to me, please send a note that I am from the Cisco Networking Academy, because currently my LinkedIn almost I'm afraid the connection in my LinkedIn is almost full, and if we are the same in the Networking Academy, in Cisco Networking Academy, I will give the easy access to connection. I'm sorry for that, and hopefully you like it. I'm sorry for the delay, and thank you for your attention. Maybe I give the control to Bagas. Thank you, Bagas. As always, thank you, Mas Bagas and Cisco Networking Academy.